Turtle pond, more footage. Well, you can see we got the liner set, we got it filled, and we started putting the tongue and groove on the outside, and we've got our top molding put on. If I sound a little bit weird, that's because I got sick as a dog. I got sinus trouble and all kinds of stuff going on. So I might sound like one of those other breeders out there. I don't know who. Use your imagination. Anyway, we've got the T and G tongue and groove on the outside. Got the top molding on. You can see that we cut a piece of the liner and have that folded all the way around on the top. That overlaps. Once it gets warmed up, I'll just lay down flat. But it's not done yet, but it's getting there. At least I was able to get my turtles in there. Got one of the biological filters started. That's a plant that I've had forever. That's potted in there, and it's in shock right now. And then there's some philodendron. I took a bunch of cuttings to get them wet and started again. But eventually they'll take over all the rocks and go up that grid and grow around like it did before. And then here's the other side. Got like a little sewer pipe theme going on there. Musk turtles and mud turtles especially love little culvert areas like that. Cinder blocks and rubble and stuff like that, and little culvert overflow areas. That's where musk turtles love to hang out. So they'll climb around in there, in and out of those cinder blocks and up on that lava rock right there. And it's real easy to grip. They climb up in there and they can go all the way through that. That water comes out the back. There's a biological filter up top, right up in there, and that just feeds right into that pipe. But new tank syndrome is already starting. It's starting to get cloudy. I got to introduce some bacteria to it, and all the old stuff that was in there will eventually bloom and the bacteria get going and everybody will stabilize. But right now it's rough. But the turtles seem to love it. There's a couple big ones up underneath the halides. Little map turtle. There's the halides. Got the filters put in. They're not actually in place, but this filter right here stays underwater. The outtake on that is pushing this way and causing a little whirlpool effect. You can see the water. And that's what you want in a big pond like this. You want the water to travel all around in a circle and never to actually be stale. That way it always hits a filter. So the water's pushing this way, and it'll catch that filter box over there in the corner, and then it goes around and it'll come back in and catch that filter box or that filter box. But we still got a lot of tweaking to do. I just wanted to get it set up and get the turtles in it. Once all that philodendron takes off, this entire pipe here will just be covered. You won't even see it. You won't see any of that stuff. That's why I got the logs and the sticks and all. Give it some place to start to grow. And as the philodendron starts creeping down in the water, the turtles keep it mowed back. They cut it back. Everybody's trying to breed. There's a couple red ears. This guy's throwing the moves on that girl. Oh, and she just bit him. Ah, you had it coming, Bubba. Oh yeah, now they're really going at it. That's typical red ear behavior. Oh, she's tearing him up. Get out of there, boy. All he's got to do is get out of there. He's hanging in there. Anyway, that's another show. What's going on is the temperature has really changed in the water. So it's got all my pairs in here wanting to breed like crazy. And I don't like them to breed, but they do. And they'll lay eggs right up on top of these rocks, and they don't even need to dig. I don't give them a beach. I try to keep it warm enough in here and keep everything so that nobody wants to breed. But every time I do a water change or anything happens with the water, especially the temperature of the water, and they're breeding. Look at that guy. I don't know how good you guys can see him or not, but man, he's trying. He's got his head tucked in. He's trying. He's afraid she's going to bite him again. That's funny. So, turtle breeding's easy. Just like snakes. Mess around with the temperature, mess around with the light cycle, and you got it. Look at these two lazies. Big old Florida red bellies. They are big. The map turtle back there. That's a rescue. Oh, a big snapper. See if we can get him. Big old snapper. Looks like a great white. He likes it in there. It's a little rock shelf there. I got a shelf. It's just a little bit underwater. That way the smaller turtles and the musk turtles can get up on there. But these big turtles like to use it as a hiding place. I really like the way that turned out. So, here it is, man. It's virgin. It'll take years for this to actually grow up and start looking again. But we gotta put the carpet down next. And then once we put the carpet down, we'll put the trim and the molding around the floor and the bottom of the pond. That gets bulky molding down around the bottom, and it'll get some on that corner. So halides, got them on timer. There's a sign that Corey Woods, a little buddy up in Canada, sent me. I like that. And as you can see, I'm real close to the sink, so we're going to be cutting through there, putting a drain through. I'll do another video once it gets all crystal clear. It'll take a little while. It'll get cloudy and get a little funky, and then it'll stabilize, and it'll be crystal clear once all these biological filters get working. You can see with this one started up from scratch, but that's got a whole bunch of small pieces of lava down on the very bottom as a base, and then larger pieces of lava and porous rocks and logs. And the water line comes up through the back. It comes out of the pond, pumps into this, and this water runs all through all the lava. And eventually that lava and all those rocks and all will develop some bacteria in there, good stuff, just like a stream or a river. And it purifies the water, it cleans the water as it comes through the filter box. Looks pretty good now. So the land section is what's really nice. They needed more land, and now they got it under those halides. I'm actually putting another halide up yet, but it's getting there. Filled up quick. See if I can zoom out on anybody before we close out. Before I drop my camera in the pond. Yeah, we'll zoom out on this big girl. Zoom in and out. Turtle pond. Out.